Oh. Randy here with Randy Repairs It. All right. I'm gonna do an unboxing of this solar powered animal repeller from Parkside. And I plan on putting this in my little tomato garden. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get a bird infestation this year. So let's see what we got. All right, USB cable, batteries, a coupler of some kind. All right, instructions. This is the unit itself with the label peeling off of it, so we'll pop that off. Looks like it's all the way around. It goes all the way around, and you can turn on or off each side, it looks like. So, and then we've got the little spike stand that it goes in. So, all right. I'm thinking first thing, we probably need to put some batteries in it. So let's, it looks like there's 4 screws. We'll jet these out. Little tiny Phillips, little knot Phillips. This is like old Craftsman. I've had this screwdriver like 30, 40 years now. I don't even know. All right, yeah. So let's see. It should be rechargeable, like AA size. Yeah, that's what they are. Okay, get that out of the way. So yeah, it's just a rechargeable battery. So let's put that in. Pretty straightforward. And we'll put the cover back on. Go that way. Yeah. Okay. You'd think it wouldn't matter which way it goes, but it does. So this device, it does 2 things. It kicks out a flashing light when it senses anything near it, and it can also kick out a variety of frequencies, okay? Including frequencies that will affect your dogs if you have dogs. So because I have dogs and my neighbor John has a dog that's right close to my garden, I'm not gonna use the frequency settings. I'm just gonna use the flashing lights, all right? But if you don't have pets or you're not worried about that and you really wanna keep the birds and deer and all that out of your garden, then there's a lot of settings on here to run through. There's a setting for each frequency zone, but there's also a setting that'll run through all of them, kind of intermittently. So, but we're gonna put ours on the light only setting. So I'm just screwing these in. I'm just gonna put this pull together. I probably should have done this first. Wow, this is not a, hang on. That is threaded there for sure. This wants to be threaded, but I don't think it is. I think it's, yeah. Okay, let me get a rubber mallet here. Rubber mallet. All right. So we'll just, there we go. Pop that in, and we'll pop this in. I don't think it's coming back apart again. I'll do it on the vise. Hang on, off camera, sorry. We're set. It's in. I think it thought it was threaded, but it's not. I can assure you that was not gonna thread on ever. All right, that did. So basically it sits up like this, and when we turn it on, it will either get a flashing light with the sensor or the ultrasound, or both. So if you look in the book here, and it's gonna give you the program functions. So on the bottom here's it says frequency, but I think that's the function, and this is the sensitivity. So 0 it says is no function activity. 1 puts it on 13.5 to 20 kilohertz. So it scares off pigeons, dogs, and wild animals. 2 puts it to 15.5 to 25 kilohertz. Scares off dogs, cats, rodents, birds, martins, wild animals, and foxes. 3 scares off birds, dogs, cats, rodents, and birds. I don't know why it says that again. I'm sorry, I read it wrong. 25.45 25.45.5 kilohertz. Scares off dogs, cats, rodents, and birds. Okay. I have a master's degree and I can read when I choose to. All right, number 4 is just a flashing light. That's the one I'm gonna use. And number 5 is a combined use of programs 1 through 4, so it'll rotate through them. All right, the sensitivity from minimum to maximum, it doesn't really give you a whole lot on that. It basically just says, where's it at? It just says that it will go up to 8 meters when it's on max. Motion sensor. Adjusting the sensitivity of the motion sensor with the control unit. If movement is detected, the product produces sound or a flashing light for about 30 seconds. The maximum range of detection is reached at about 8 meters at the max position. So yeah, I'm assuming that if we go like halfway, that gives us 4 meters, and you divide it up accordingly. So, so I'm going to put that about number 3. That's about half. There's going to be 4 meters. I'm going to put this on 4, so I don't hurt my puppies or my neighbor's puppies. And then this one's flashing, this one's flashing, so they're on. Oh, there we go. This one over here is not flashing. I don't know why. I don't know. Let's see. All right. That's all right. You see a flash? We get a flash. Get a flash. There we go. Get a flash. All right. Let's go put this in the garden. All right. We're gonna head to my garden here. Last year I had a problem with the birds getting in and basically taking a bite out of the tomatoes. That's really frustrating. So I've got this metal colored plastic, stuff that flaps in the wind. But I'm gonna pop this right in the middle, I think, and see if that way if we get anything coming in. I'm going to put a hole in my weed barrier to get through it. But let's do that real quick. So, hole in the weed barrier. It may not go in this dirt. Yeah. Hang on. Let me. Okay. I'm gonna grab it here and wiggle it down. There we go. Okay. And now it's set. So I'll take a look at it tonight and see if it's working. I do have some tomatoes popping up though. Looking good. These are from Vesuvius. It's a Vesuvius tomato here in Italy that you can get. So getting a little bit of fruit. They're not looking too bad. I got to tie some of them back up again. Anyway, all right, like and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this in the comments. How would you use it? Would you use the light only? Would you use the frequency? Would you roll through it? I'd be interested to know. Thanks for watching.